everyone, Rico Berg, realtor with Bridgewell Real Estate Group, and it has been a couple weeks since I posted my last video, I'm going to be honest with you, but the real estate market in Vancouver has honestly just been crazy. We've had a lot of new listings, I have a couple subject removals going on this week, lots of buyers out there, so it's definitely an interesting market. For those of you that haven't been to the channel before, I am Mariko Berg. I'm a realtor based in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, specifically the Coquitlam area. And I talk about all things real estate. And so today I am going to be talking about open houses. And if you guys have any comments, questions, I know it's a controversial topic right now on whether or not open houses should be allowed. So definitely make sure to leave your opinions down in the comments below, because I actually am interested to see how you feel about them, maybe as a home seller, as a home buyer, and whether or not you think it's a good idea. So leave a message for me down below. But I wanted to make this video in the format of, what is an open house if you don't know already, what you can expect as a buyer right now going into an open house, and then just talking a little bit about what I think realtors should be doing if they are choosing to host an open house. And first and foremost, I do want to clarify that open houses right now are at the sole discretion of the homeowner. You as a homeowner can make a decision on whether or not you want to conduct an open house or whether or not you just want to keep showings by appointment. And for those of you that might not already know what an open house is, an open house really is an open house. And so it is typically a time frame set on Saturday or Sunday or both from 2 to 4 p.m. are the most common open house times, where anybody can come and view that home listing. They don't need to book an appointment. It's just open house, come as you please, come whenever you want during that time frame, and you can come and view the property. So as a part of BC's Restart Plan, they are now allowing open houses to be conducted. The Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver has strongly recommended that us as realtors do not host open houses, but obviously a lot of people have proceeded to do that as a part of the Restart Plan, and so it's just a matter of properly communicating these things to you guys so that you know what you can expect as a buyer going to an open house, and also for all the realtors that watch my channel, just what I recommend for you guys to do as well. So what you should expect as a buyer right now going to an open house. Honestly, a lot of people are doing open houses by appointment, so you still have to book a showing time as if you were doing a private showing, because most of the time people are only allowing one group into the home at each time, say like a 15 or 20 minute time slot. So, expect that you might see something in the public remarks of the listing saying open house by appointment only, Saturday or Sunday 2 to 4, like call me to book your time slot. And then the realtor will basically have a sheet all set out with your name and your information as to what time you are going to be there for access. Of course, as well, as we had, been affected by COVID, all of our showings had switched over to requiring COVID health questionnaires, asking whether or not you've traveled outside of BC or Canada for the last 14 days. Or had been in contact with somebody that had, whether you've had flu-like symptoms. All of these questions were put out into a health questionnaire along with a COVID waiver, so that you would acknowledge what you can and cannot do, like you can't touch surfaces, and then you would submit that to the listing agent in advance. So with these open houses by appointment, you can expect that your realtor as a buyer's agent is going to be required to send that health questionnaire and that COVID waiver into the listing agent in order to finalize your appointment booking for that open house. And if, let's say that you just made a mistake and you show up to an open house and you didn't book a time slot or something like that, you could expect to potentially wait if somebody else is in the home already. And you can also expect to make sure that the health questionnaire and the COVID waiver are filled out at the door prior to entering. The other thing that you can really expect from realtors right now, and as a homeowner expectation, is that the only buyers that are coming through for the most part are as qualified as possible. So typically from the seller's point of view, that means they are working with a realtor. So you have a realtor representing you as a buyer. You are pre-approved either with a bank or a mortgage broker, and you are very aware of your affordability. And that you've reviewed any, online material such as virtual tours, photos, floor plans, and either viewed the home and the area on, Google Maps, something like Street View, or maybe you've driven by yourself. So, just making sure that the people that are coming through are as qualified as possible, so that, you don't have somebody come in and say, oh, I don't like this across the street or something like that, when you could have minimized that point of contact. So you can expect definitely to be qualified upfront and, have that information be submitted to the listing agent in advance. Now, if you do end up booking the showing or, coming to, I keep saying showing because it's really showings by appointment is what I'm seeing most frequently, but during an open house time. But just know that I mean open house. What you should expect that once you get there, if you, have done all the pre-qualification stuff and you have, signed the waivers, you're good to go, you still want to see it in person, you can expect that once you're there that you're going to be asked to sanitize your hands in advance, you're going to be asked to bring your own gloves and own masks, you're going to be asked not to touch anything, and most of the time once you're allowed access inside, the listing agent will have opened up the doors and the cabinets for everything so that you don't need to touch anything. And most listing agents as well are going to be there in person, so if you do need to touch anything, they can be the ones to open up things on your behalf. But I think that's really what you should expect as a buyer right now. Don't expect it to be, like the classic open house that we've experienced before. We're definitely going through a new normal, and open houses are in the learning phases right now, and everybody's just trying to figure it out. But it is more likely than so going to be showings by appointment, and just make sure that you guys are following those steps and bringing your own gloves and masks in advance. As listing agents, what I can recommend for people that are going to be hosting open houses, again, first and foremost, just check with your homeowner, just check to see if they're comfortable with it, check to see if they want it, and make sure that you are doing everything you can to keep people safe, your homeowner and also the people coming through included. How you can do that is by bringing your own sanitizer, bringing gloves and masks for people that show up and forget, because I know they do. It happens all the time. Bringing extra health questionnaires and waivers for people to sign in person just in case they show up and they miss that it was by appointment. And they show up there and they still want to view the home and they are qualified, they really like it. Just make sure that you are doing everything that you can so that if something does happen where somebody shows up and hasn't done that waiver, hasn't brought their own mask or something like that, that you have resources for them to use so that they can still enter in safely. Again, as a listing agent, just making sure that you're opening everything up yourself. And, starting from the bare bones, I really strongly recommend all agents invest money in their marketing right now. Marketing is so key. Online is so key right now to selling a home, and just qualifying the buyer to make sure that the people that are coming through are quality and not necessarily quantity. So, getting that virtual tour, preferably a Matterport tour, so people can actually feel like what they are going to feel like when they're in the home. Getting that floor plan so people know what the actual layout is like, the size of the bedrooms, all of these concerns that we get when people view the home, if we can minimize those by providing them proper material online prior to the showing. That just helps to, minimize the spread, minimize people coming through, and keep everybody as safe as possible. So that is open houses in a synopsis right now. So let me know whether or not you guys are comfortable with open houses, what you think about BC's restart plan, if there's anything else that you think that should be done. But another great resource for realtors is the BC REA sent out a blog post really about rethinking open houses, what we can do, 10 best practices, outlining how we can make sure that our clients and that the public are safe and protected. And I really strongly recommend this. It's called Rethinking Open Houses During the Pandemic by the BC Real Estate Association and the Real Estate Council. And it kind of just highlights a lot about what I had just talked about. And doing everything that we can. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. As I said before, my name is Mariko Berg. I'm a realtor with Bridgeville Real Estate Group. If you have any questions about buying or selling, open houses, reopening, how to do things safely, definitely give me a shout. We have our own COVID protocols at Bridgeville Real Estate Group that are just making sure that everybody and all of our clients are as safe and protected as possible, and that we're doing everything we can to make sure that we are responsible while we are showing and selling homes. So yeah, that is everything for today, guys. I will talk to you later. I'm going to try and do more videos and make more time for that. I absolutely promise that I will. Subscribe, like, comment, do the whole YouTube thing, and I will see you around. Bye.